my what's up dubs, my chimney changas, my hakuna matatas, my diggity dogs. It's your boy here, Rolando Rodriguez, aka Xiadho. And as you can see, I'm in my car because I am headed to DNA Comics. Luckily, today I was able to work morning and now I'm off. It's 4. I don't remember what time the tournament starts, but I'm heading over there now. Try to go as fast as I can because I live far away from it. But I'm still gonna go. I'm still gonna go, heading over there right now. And, well, pretty much take you guys to it. Catch you later. Alright guys, I'm here. On my way over here, I was trying to figure out, shoot, there you go. On my way over here, I was trying to figure out, trying to respect everybody's privacy as well as the location. May not record in there. If I do end up recording something, it'll probably be on my phone. But there's no guarantee. But I will give you guys posted, you know, when I'm done or so on and so forth. But I'm already here. I'm gonna go inside and just wish me luck, guys. Hey guys, so I'm back from DNA Comics. It's kind of late already because they closed late, but I'm gonna try to explain everything. I didn't join the tournament. I was there for a while. I was pretty much just sitting on my own. I'm not really a person to interact with people, especially like Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, I'll interact to anybody, you know, I'll talk to you and everything, but I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh is that little boundary where you know that person, you know that person, you know. If you don't, it's like a little up and down hill, whether, you know, you guys become cool or something. So I was by myself. I was pretty much like messing around with my deck, testing out my hand and stuff, pretty much getting ready for the tournament. But I did not enter it because like a few minutes after me sitting by myself, there was a group of friends that came in and they pretty much sat down where I was sitting, and I was messing around with my deck, you know, and then the guy in front of me, his name's Rick, really cool. If you're watching this video, you're a cool dude, man. And he saw my hero deck and he was like, oh, you play heroes? I was like, yeah, I've been playing heroes since GX, you know, since they came out. I was like, oh, buddy of mine, he plays heroes too. And he was talking to him, you know, I was like, hey man, he plays heroes, y'all want to duel, you know, mirror match. He sees me messing around with my cards and he's like, oh yeah man, like I'm down to duel you and stuff like that. I was like, you run heroes too? And I like to mirror match, you know. I think it's fun. I think it's like me learning new strategies from other people of how they run heroes and stuff like that, and it gives me a way of me trying out new things for heroes and stuff. So you know, I thought it was pretty cool. It was like, hey, you know, like the Rick, he asked me if I wanted to duel. I was like, yeah, sure, you know, like we'll duel. And we were dueling and he was telling me like, oh, you know, like once they start a tournament here, we end up going to IHOP. We just hang out there the whole day and we just play, trade and whatnot. I was like, okay, cool, you know. And he asked me if I was gonna enter the tournament and I said yeah. And then when the tournament started, you know, it already started and we were dueling, he asked me like, hey, so are you in it already? Like, you can go ahead and go, man, like I'm taking your time. I was like, actually, like I didn't even pay, I didn't even sign or anything, but you know, like I'm down to hang out with you guys more because yeah, I know the whole point of this video was to, you know, take you guys on this journey of see how my deck did with, you know, I guess meta, if anybody was running meta at that tournament today. But I feel like, you know how I said that it's kind of hard for me during that whole making friends with Yu-Gi-Oh, so I feel like a good vibe with them. And I was like, you know what, no, like I'll go hang out with you guys. I'll go to, you know, IHOP and we'll play some duels and stuff. So I did that. But I do have the list of the different decks that I went up against with them. So pretty much the, you know, like this pretty much giving you a visualization for any hero players out there to be like, okay, you know, like I could win if I do this with this kind of deck, if I face this kind of deck and stuff. So, you know, I'm not 100%. It's just my opinion to any other hero players out there or any other new hero players to know, you know, what to do, what not to do, or pretty much the basics of going up against, you know, other duelists. So for when I dueled Rick, he was running Sacred Beast, which is from the structure deck. Every time I go first, I try to summon Plasma. Sure, Plasma takes a lot of your resources, a lot of your monsters, but it becomes a struggle to your opponent, and they have to find a way to get rid of it. And they can't use their monster effects that are on the field, so they have to find some other way to get over it. Obviously they can attack it. Plasma isn't that strong, it's a 1900. But that's why if you go first, summon Plasma, but try to have a way to get Honest Neos in your hand, as well as have another dark monster and mass change in order to, you know, Dark Claw. And just pretty much some basic protection with Honest Neos, and then Dark Claw messing around with your opponent even more. Some other annoying card to try to get rid of. So he had Sacred Beast. So he ended up summoning Dark Beckoning Beast, but because I had Plasma, pretty much a skill drain, he really wasn't able to do anything besides activating opening of the Spirits of Gates, pretty much just to add one of the Sacred Beast monsters. So I pretty much beat him by pretty much Plasma, and when he activated the second opening gate, I Ash Blast him. So there was pretty much nothing he could have done. I pretty much stopped him from doing anything, because he even told me, like, yeah, by you stopping my beast, there's really nothing I can do anymore. So I beat him the first round. The second round, he pretty much got a brick, so I ended up winning that easily. Then he had a Cosmos deck, and this was really the most challenging deck out of all of them. I mean, all the decks were challenging, you know, but I feel like this one was the top, where I was like, okay, I really need to know what I'm doing here. Like, I can't just use all my resources at once. I attacked his Tin Man, the R2-D2 version of, you know, that deck, and when I attacked, I destroyed him, and then he summoned Destroyer, which ended up popping my monster, and I pretty much, you know, like, I lost that monster, that resource, and then he summoned the one that looks like the Death Star, that represents the Death Star, and he pretty much beat me like that, you know, like, he destroyed my monsters and ended up swinging with big monsters. So I lost I lost that first round. But then when we were in IHOP, we finished the match, and I won the second one by, what was it, a brick. He had a brick again. He had a lot of high level monsters, so he was like, there was nothing I could do. I pretty much, he only had his straw man, but I stopped him with Plasma again. So yeah, I beat that. And then the last round, it was pretty tough. I had every turn he would destroy my monster, and then I would come back with something else, but at the end he had 100 life points left, and I already had Bane, so I popped his monsters, but he summoned the Witch, and then it was my turn. I drew into Fusion Destiny, and then I summoned Dystopia and then burned him for game, you know. So that was that was the last round, and I won the match. Then I dueled the hero player, and he had an elemental hero, pretty much like an Omni hero deck, but more modern. First round I pretty much overkilled him with Dark Law and Honest Neos. He summoned Sunriser and Nova Master, but I pretty much like malicious baned him, destroyed, and then he destroyed my Bane. But at the end I ended up doing I summoned Dark Law and then Honest Neos, and that pretty much ended the game. And then round 2, he side decked, so I was like, you know what, okay, like, this is my first time side decking too in a while, so I'm gonna do that. And I side decked Super Polys, because, you know, for all hero players that know, running Super Polys against another hero player is really fun. It's funny, and when it's done to you, I mean, it sucks, but it's funny. So I went first. I summoned Plasma, and I had Cross Crusader just in case for Dark Law. And then he super polyed me, so I was like, great, okay, cool. There's that. And then he summoned his monster, I forgot which one it was. He summoned Blaze Man, and then I ended up super polying him because I had my super poly face down. So I beat him with that. I pretty much just, by doing that, my turn summoned, I think it was Bane again, and then swing, and that was game. And then I faced, he ran an Ojama deck too. The first round, I pretty much beat him with Bane's effect, you know, like he ended up summoning some Ojama monsters, and I just destroyed them all, and then just swinged. Round 2, I side decked my anti-spell fragrance, and this was when he ran the level version, and then he went to A to Z. So I side decked myself, and I added anti-spell fragrance because Ojamas run a lot of spells. And so I was going first. He made me go first, and I drew anti-spell fragrance my first turn. I activated everything I needed, set all my spell cards, anti-spell fragrance. Ended my turn, his turn. I immediately activated anti-spell fragrance. I was like, yeah, that's it, you know, there's nothing you can do now. And I think I had Plasma too, so that pretty much prevented his monsters from being activated and him activating any spell cards in order to do anything. So that was pretty much the game. I beat him with Malicious Plasma, and then Malicious Bane, and so on and so forth. But yeah, you know, throughout the entire time, I only lost one round, you know. All the other rounds were either challenging or pretty much simple. Good news, though, because I didn't go into the tournament and I hanged out with Rick and David and all the other guys, I actually found out more of other locals, like Galaxy. I knew about Galaxy, but Galaxy's like all the way across town, and maybe I'll go, maybe not. Hopefully I do, you know. And then they also told me about Cynet, something like that, which was a bit farther from DNA Comics. And they told me like that place was really more of a Yu-Gi-Oh place because they had more stuff of Yu-Gi-Oh. So I'm interested in that. But if it ever does happen, guys, like, I'm gonna record those duels so you guys can see what it is that I do and how I play my heroes. That's pretty much for, you know, next adventures that I have with the whole Yu-Gi-Oh thing. I really got nothing else to say except for that. But if you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you don't want to miss other videos, click the subscribe button, click the notification. And hopefully next video is either gonna be me going to Galaxy or Cynet and record that, actually record it, because I'm actually gonna do it now, or deck profile of my fun decks, which next one's gonna be my Despots. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Peace.